Greetings, brothers and sisters, and all those watching on social media. We have concluded our book of Romans, and now we continue on our journey through the Epistles of Paul with the introduction to 1 Corinthians. The city of Corinth. Corinth was a wealthy commercial center situated on the narrow isthmus that connected the mainland of Greece and the Peloponnesus. The importance of the city influenced the Apostle Paul in his missionary endeavors. It was the hub of commerce and contained a population of mixed character. Corinth was a strategic center. Corinth's moral character made it a fertile field for the good news of the Messiah. It was a city noted for everything depraved, dissolute, and debauched. It was providential that Paul was in Corinth when he was writing the Epistle to the Romans. For no other city could he have received more of an incentive to write of the sin of man. A gaze from Gaius's house may well have been the occasion of the great catalogue of man's wicked deeds set forth in Romans 1:18-32. From this background came this epistle of sanctification. It is as if one today were to address an epistle of holiness to a group of believers in a modern city of sin. The founding of the church at Corinth is told by Luke in Acts 18:1-17. Paul reached the city on his second missionary journey in AD 50. He became the first to preach Christ's gospel there. While working with Aquila and Priscilla, he began his 18-month ministry in the synagogue. A striking insight into the apostles' method of preaching is afforded by the Western text of Acts 18:4. He preached Jesus of Nazareth as a fulfillment of messianic prophecy. He therefore followed the methodology of the Lord himself, who on the Emmaus road with the two disciples began at Moses and all the prophets, and expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things that concerned him. The response to Paul's preaching was different from the response to Jesus' teaching. For the most part, the hearts of Paul's listeners did not burn with interest in the truth. They burned with opposition to the truth. And Paul was forced to leave. Moving next door to the house of Titus Justus, possibly the Gaius of 1 Corinthians 1:14 and Romans 16:23, Paul continued to preach in weakness and in fear and in much trembling. And who would not fear under the circumstances? The meeting place of the little assembly was next door to the synagogue. The Lord, however, came to Paul in a vision and encouraged him with the promise that he had much people in Corinth. This promise must have been of great comfort to the apostle in later years, when the believer's moral laxity might have given him reason to doubt the genuineness of the work there. After concluding his ministry in Corinth, Paul returned to Jerusalem and Antioch. This great letter is known supremely for its great lyric on love, as we see in chapter 13. Here one sees to what heights a man may climb in spiritual writing when borne aloft by the Holy Spirit of God. The genius of the man Paul flashes forth here with indescribable effect.